The Way We Were is a movie I could have watched with my mom when I was a kid. So my mom was the type of mother that would have watched that. So it's possible I saw this movie, The Way We Were, with Barbara Streisand and Robert Redford. It's possible I saw it when I was a kid, and I would have seen it with my mom. I don't remember anything about it as far as seeing it, but when God told me to go check it out, literally I didn't really know what it was except Barbara Streisand came to mind, and I didn't know if that's because my mom used to be like that. She would watch these romantic movies, which were all gushy, crying movies and stuff. She loved them. So when I was a kid, I watched a lot of those movies with her. So if I've seen this movie already, it's possible. I don't remember it though, any part of it. And when God told me that it's the way we were, that He's talking about the way that Him and Goddess were at one time, when it was a good relationship, when it was not all screwed up. Um, okay. The way we were is the way that the two people in the movie, a woman and a man, were when they were honest and open with each other, and when their feelings were in alignment with their words and their thoughts and what they were thinking. So the idea that the movie itself should be pretty self-explanatory. Um, if you watch the movie, it's truly what a person's like when they're really being true and real. If they're actually being true and real. Now, understand that a person like an actor, a Hollywood actor, can learn that, and it doesn't have to make it real. And ultimately, a movie's not real. But in the spirit of the matter, it is real, even if it's in a movie or even if it's not real, because when you know how to act to seem real, well, that movie is about as close as you can get to it. Which means that God wanted to share that that if we all want to take a look at, assuming it could be real, as what men and women could be like when they're being sincere with each other and not under some guise of complete something else. And it's all problematic when the feelings don't match the intention and emotions with what they see and hear in wording and interaction. So that the way that a person feels with how they think needs to be in alignment. And ultimately, it seems hard for me when I first was looking at this. It seemed hard for me to think there'd be any way to be like that with anyone. Like open and honest as far as two people that were trusting each other or were open to each other 100%, where there was no suspicion whatsoever. There was no bad entity. There was no disposition of any kind in either one of them. They were utterly without disposition against each other. They were certainly in no way set against each other whatsoever to any degree whatsoever, which meant that they were just literally like bonded and binding. And the way that the movie portrays those characters is interesting. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a bunch of clips on YouTube, and I agree that if I thought a woman was pretending to act the way she does in the movie, if I thought it was a pretend she wasn't being sincere, I would be upset about it. Because that means if a woman just acts nice but she doesn't feel nice, I wouldn't be okay with it. Because in the movie, the woman that's acting nice is feeling nice too. So I'm feeling her feelings and I'm seeing how she's acting. And if my feelings are in alignment with what's going on, then it's not a contradiction. And so I'm saying that there's lots of mistakes that could be made if none of us know the truth, or we're bound through ignorance to make mistakes and have to cover up with mistakes, with more mistakes and more problems. And ultimately, to be able to fix it, it comes down to trust, 100% trust. And um, wow, 100% trust is really hard to do. It's really hard to trust something you really can't really see or can't really know. I'll tell you, one of the hardest things that I ever had was trying to trust God because I was definitely pretty afraid he was trying to kill me rather than be my friend. And ultimately, he told me he was not my friend. So that wasn't very encouraging either. And I think trusting God's probably been the single hardest thing I've ever done. And I've done it. I've done it. And wow, I didn't think I was going to survive through it because I thought for sure he's going to kill me. If I trusted him, he'd kill me or lead me to death. He didn't lead me to death. He didn't kill me. And that's just kind of, I'm shocked about it. I thought, wow, I thought for sure I was a goner, trusting you. And pretty much that's the terrible way that we're in with each other in this world. The divine feminine masculine are so not trusting each other by any means that it's just completely, well, it's sad. It's catastrophic basically, unless it can be fixed. Because it absolutely shows like a need to, you have to like chase death just to prove you trust it. You have to try to go down, let them take you down, and see if they'll do it. And ultimately, if you let them take you down to show them that you're going to trust them that much, well, many times they will take you down. So ultimately, you can't afford to trust sometimes if you're really at risk to be taken down from it. And then in the end, you're going to have to agree to be taken down, see if they take you down, so that truly, if they don't take you down, well, then your total trust in them will be why, usually. Certainly, it can backfire, and that's why it's definitely not something I'm telling you need to trust because you need to protect yourself. And ultimately, we're all being too defensive and too not trusting each other whatsoever. Um, if she wants to get a idea of where she should be with him, well, it's not that she should be where the movie, the way we were, is. She shouldn't have to act like Barbara Streisand in the movie, but she should know that what she's feeling and thinking, if the movie was true and if it was supposedly representing a truth, actually in spirit, which it was, it meant that she was being sincere about it. So it wasn't just an act; it was sincerity. Alongside the act was sincerity, and it matched and it aligned. And then she'd know why she has a lot of trouble because understand if her feelings are different from literally what she's presenting herself to be doing. She's feeling very differently about like maybe she's acting really nice, but she's really feeling not nice at all. Well, then that's the problem because like someone's going to feel what she's feeling and not even know it, but they'll certainly see what she's doing, and it'll be a. She'll say, "What did I do wrong? I didn't. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to act nice at least, but I'm not feeling like it." And then I would tell her that see that's where she went wrong. Was she didn't really go wrong. She was just not. She didn't know. So yeah, it was a critical mistake not to know. Understand that you didn't want to be nice if you weren't feeling nice. If you're not feeling nice, don't ever be nice. If you're not feeling nice, don't be mean, but don't be nice. For sure, don't be nice if you're not feeling nice. Now, if you are feeling nice, be nice. If you can be nice, act nice. If you feel nice, but not if you're not. And ultimately, never act nice if you're not feeling nice, because what it does is it causes a distrust, and it won't be your fault other than to say it is your fault for doing it. If you don't feel trustworthy or like you can trust someone, don't portray yourself to be trusting them totally then as a result in the same way because they don't believe it or certainly something will be wrong and it will be a problem hugely. um, that's it. All right, see y'all later. I'm told to make sure I tell you that I love you and I hope that there can be some kind of reconciliation. No joking around here, all joking set aside. Thank you.